Alright, rough drafts time. We are trying out Zendikar Rising in a real person draft, hopefully, on MTG Arena. And I've done a couple of drafts. I really like this format so far. I think this format's sweet, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't recognize any of these names. Alright, pack one. Pick one. Give us some goodies. It's a land. Well, I don't think we are first picking a pathway. What is sweet in this pack? Skycliff Geopede. Good in a landfall deck. Pretty aggressive. Rebuke. Very solid removal spell. Vastwood Surge. Can be good in a kicker deck or some sort of like 4-color control deck. Resolute Strike. Royal Eruption's also decent. Well, I mean, unfortunately, I think we gotta take a red card. Royal Eruption or Thundering Rebuke. Hitting Planeswalkers isn't super relevant and limited. Let's... Unfortunately, all the best cards in our pack are red, so it's a little awkward to take a red card and pass two other really good ones, but gotta do what we gotta do. I think that is, oh boy, that's a Ruin Crab. Alright, well, I guess we're milling. I mean, Ruin Crab's just insane. I don't think we can pass up a chance to be the Ruin Crab deck. That changes things. That does change things. Now things like this Random Duelist go up a bit in value. I mean, it's still not insane, but it does go up in value. Into the Royal's good. Spikefield, all the flip cards are really good and limited. Whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard, put a charge counter on it. Remove all charge counters, deal that much damage to target creature. This could be fine in a limited deck. I wonder if you can even be blue-red mill. Like, is that even a... Yeah, maybe we just take... Let's just take Into the Royal. I'm not sure, especially after passing those red cards, if we actually end up red, or if we end up going blue... If we end up going blue-black, because black has more mill stuff. I do think Crab is good enough to build around. Cleric of Chill Depths is not bad. That's another Royal Eruption. Alright, well, let's take... Well, I don't know. We also have a pretty good start to like a blue-red spells deck if we just drop the Ruin Crab, even though Ruin Crab is just so strong. Right. Cascade Seer again. Deliberate's fine. Negate I don't care about. 4 damage to target creature that blocked this turn. So this is very good if we're aggressive, which hopefully we will be if we're blue-red. Or we can take Deliberate. Yeah, let's keep taking removal, I guess. The Crab's looking worse. Alright, more removal. Fissure Wizard. Grasp. Oh boy, 2 Cleric of Life spawns going around. Ooh boy. Well, alright, keep taking removal. We have all the removal in the world. And we're taking even more removal? Another Scissoring Barrage. Scorch Raider, yeah. Sneaking Guide. Well, let's take Barrage. Okay, so we just need to be aggressive. We need to get aggressive creatures almost regardless of what they are at this point. We don't even have to be blue, honestly. Maybe we take this Malakir Blood Praise. Black looks a little open. Maybe we can end up like red-black aggro party. Ardent Electromancer is okay. I don't think we want to Tuk-Tuk. Yeah, let's take the party. Ooh, Hellhound came back. That's good. Hellhound I like in aggressive red decks. It's at its best in red-green landfall, but it's a fine 1-drop in any sort of aggressive red deck. Wow, okay. So red is actually kind of working out. Even after we pass those red cards, we're getting a lot of good red cards back. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each creature in your party and has Menace. Yeah, we'll take it. So we are going to have to heavily focus on creatures. I think the mill plan has sailed. Alright, so we're red. We know we're red. The question is, what are we pairing red with? Wayward Guide Beast. Our rares are not great so far. Interesting. Well, probably just going to take Royal Eruption 3. It's hard to go wrong with that. I don't think we actually want Wayward Guide Beast. Falconer is not bad. It's like a air elemental with upside if we're going to be in blue. Yumara Wizard is also good if we go Wizard. Anti-Cognition. It's Seems fine to just take another Royal Interruption, though. Yeah, alright. I mean, you can never have too many bad lightning bolts, I guess. Ooh. Can we do anything with Roost of Drakes? No kicker, no kicker. These technically have kicker, but cost an insane amount of mana to kick. I don't even want to take Blast. Blast is pretty bad. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on it. We don't really have life gain. There's some decent green cards. Gnarled Colony. Oh, let's take the Roosted Rakes. I think kicker would be sweet. I don't know if it's too late for us to get to it. Ooh. All right. Well, Thundering Spark Mage is very good. We are a little light on party stuff and creatures, but we still have time to make up for that. We'll be hoping that Hellhound comes back. I think that's the right pick. We could also take Cunning Geyser Mage, which is good. Ugh. And it has kicker. For our Roost of Drakes. And maybe we actually take Geyser Mage. We have a lot of removal, so it's not like we need the Spark Mage. Even though it is good. Now we get what? Soaring Thought Thief is a good card. Probably going to take the Minotaur. It does help with the party theme. Ugh. We're kind of still a little bit stuck between blue-red and red-black, but let's keep taking red cards. We have a few reasons to be in black and a few reasons to be in blue, and I don't know where this ends up. Skyclave Plunder I actually like in Limited. 5 mana draw 3 with upside. So if we stay in blue, that's good. We could take the black flip land. Random black stuff. Rogues aren't bad for the party theme. Yeah, let's take the card draw spell. I think we're settling into blue-red now. We could also still play the crab if we wanted to. Now let's take this random 2-drop. We do need more creatures still. Flip land. How many creatures do we have? The answer is not many. Anything with kicker is going to go up with value too. All right, let's take the land. Sack a creature, draw a card. We don't really have enough clerics to make it really good. Well, I guess we take Cleansing Wildfire. Wayward Guide Beast on the wheel. Shield Sphere is a cheap kicker card, but Fissure Wizard. Yeah, let's take Lagak, I guess. Anti-Cognition's fine. Well, take the 2-drop. Now we will take a Shell Shield. Take Silencer, I guess. Well, okay. Ooh, Scourge. Scourge would be so good in this deck. With all the burn we have, it could actually be, man, another Soaring Thought Thief too. We probably could have an insane, well, I don't know. We could have rogues, at least. Well, now we gotta make a decision once and forever. Is there any chance that we're going into black? Or are we committed to blue-red? I think we're just blue-red at this point, which probably means we just take Into the Royal. Hard to pass up a mythic just for value purposes, but alright, take Into the Royal. It does have kicker. I don't think we want even more synchronized spellcrafts. Cascade Seer is okay, but not exciting. Maybe we are taking the spellcraft. Alright, let's take another Shatter Skull Minotaur. I guess those are going to be our finishers. Wouldn't mind Kazul's Fury on the wheel if it comes back. This might just be another Lagak. Yeah, let's take Lagak. I feel like our deck is decent, but not insane by any stretch. Yeah, we'll take the spell. We do have some wizards. Cascade Seer. Yeah, I guess that's the only option. Party Counter Spell. Party 3-drop. Is this worth it just for kicker? I would really like this Roosted Drakes to be good, but we'll take it. I don't know if we end up playing it, but we'll take it. Alright, that kicks. We do like kicking. How many kicker cards do we have? So we have Roost of Drakes, 2 Into the Royals, 3 Royal Eruptions, although they're ridiculously expensive. 1 kicker creature? Oh, we have this Geyser Mage too, which is very good. That's another one. That's definitely in the deck. Probably going to play the card draw. Take the Tempest. Alright. This isn't horrible. We are pretty creature light, but I think that's okay. 10 creatures? 10 creatures isn't that bad, actually. So kind of like blue-red kicker spells. We have, what, 2 spell lands, or MDFCs? Alright. Yeah, we can deal with this. I don't think we're going to ruin Crab. I feel like, especially with our deck trying to be somewhat aggressive, that probably not worth it. Take the 2-drop. I mean, this feels reasonable, though. We got some card draw, got some tricks, got a bunch of removal and burn. I don't know how good these sizzling barrages are going to be with the amount of creatures we have, but I mean, it doesn't seem bad. Not bad. Yeah, colorless card, because technically we could play it, and I think this is probably our deck right here, honestly. Have 18 lands / 16 lands. Is there anything in our colors that we're missing? Teetering Ambusher, Inordinate Rage, Tempest, Cleric of the Chill Depths isn't bad. I feel like we'd rather have this random party dork, though. We don't have any Shell Shields. I could see playing a Shell Shield over Chilling Trap. Yeah. All right. So we have, what, 11 islands, or 7 islands, 11 mountains? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all right. Let's try it like that. I mean, it doesn't seem bad. This isn't an archetype I've ever drafted before, so I have no idea. We went into Kicker a little bit late, which is kind of a bummer. We got, what, the Rooster Drakes a couple picks into Pack 2. So we weren't really focused on it in Pack 1 at all. If we had got it earlier, we'd probably have more kicker cards, but hopefully it's still fine. All right, on to round number 1. We'll keep 7. Sure. Sand seems fine. Only need 8 mana to start, or 7 mana to start draking it. Probably try to wait and kick this if we can. Hopefully. Island go. Opponent. Tap land. Well, Mountain go. So we can run out Electromancer next turn and then kick Arusta Drakes. Alright. Opponent, pack bees. Sure. Play the Mountain, run out Electromancer, and chip the turn. Well, now we get to start kicking stuff, which I like. Opponent. 3 colors, eh? Alright, gonna go flying in with the pack beast. Or not. Well, play a land, kick a Rooster Drakes. And yeah, let's start attacking. Like, if there's some shenanigans and they, like, block and use a pump spell, I think we're fine with that. Alright, opponent, gonna bounce a land, perhaps? Alright, picks up a land, replays it. So play the land, go to combat, attack. Opponent takes it. Hellhound. I think we just Hellhound and Into the Royal. Worst case, we can Into the Royal Rooster Drakes, just to draw a card and make some more Drakes. That might actually be worth it. Booted. Passing. Well, yeah, I mean, kicker, pick up Roost of Drakes. Untap. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Wow, opponent is really taking the beat down here. Well, Rooster Drakes, kick it. Pass the turn, and Rooster Drakes has been great, and opponent scoops it up. Okay. Well, Rooster Drakes is apparently a good limited card. Out of bronze, finally. You can tell I don't draft much. That's a pretty good sign that you don't draft much when you're in bronze. All right, so out of round 2, that went surprisingly well. Yeah, we're playing best of 1. I actually don't mind best of 1 for limited. I actually kind of like best of 1 for limited. Limited constructed is so different. Mechanics that I really dislike in constructed, I like in limited. And best of 1, which I really dislike for constructed, I actually really like for limited. Alright, who wins the die roll? Ooh, the mono red hand. Alright. This is fine. We can chip in for some early Hellhound damage. Got a little bit of removal. Well, land go. Or land dog go. Opponent. Mounted. And I don't know about Synchronized Spellcraft. It seems pretty overcosted, but I don't know. Overcosted unless you got party stuff going. If you're getting like 4 damage to a player and like 3 or 4 to opponent, it's not bad, but it is a little steep. Opponent, I don't know what they're... It seems like they're thinking about killing Hellhound, but... Alright, Tangled Floral Hedron. I'll play the land, grow the dog, go to combat, attack. Probably gonna kill that. Yeah, hit our opponent. Kill the flower. No reason to let our opponent ramp their way in front of us here. Especially since a lot of our removal, it's good at killing small creatures, but if our opponent can get up to big stuff, it gets a bit worse. Alright, opponent decides to take down the dog. Ooh, they're a little mana screwed. Alright, land go. Well, that's good for us. Now I'm very glad we killed Florahedron. Opponent, land, Ed. Hellhound of their own. Sure. Party creature to get down this Minotaur would be nice. Alright, opponent's running their stuff out. Well, playing land, Lagak. Goo. Opponent might live to regret killing that Hellhound. I guess they save themselves some damage, but Thundering Rebuke can actually kill our 4 toughness stuff. Force for our opponent. Grows a Hellhound. Booted. Alright, runs out the dork. Sure. Play a land. Ping our opponent. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Opponent. Thinking about blocking. Oh, I hope they do. If our opponent blocks here, we get a blowout. Alright, opponent takes it. Well, in that case, let's draw some cards. Well, not great cards, but cards. They are cards. 2 lands and a Stonework Pack Beast. I mean, I guess Pack Beast isn't horrible. It does work with our party stuff. And we do have 2 party cards in hand, sort of. Booted. Gets it. Gets it. Hits us. Sure. Down to 15. Do gotta be aware of this potentially picking off our Pack Beast. Alright. Yorga Visionary. That's a wizard? Interesting. Alright. Pings us, draws a card. Well, play the land, ping our opponent. Shatterskull Minotaur. And I think we're mostly in race mode at the moment. Opponent might have to start jumping. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opponent takes it. I mean, I guess if they have a bunch of burn spells, they could get us. That might have been, maybe that's too greedy of an attack. This does leave us open to dying to the Lightning Strike card. Royal Eruption. If our opponent also has a land. The good news is, our opponent's also very close to just dying to... Wow. Alright, opponent gets in with everything. Sure. Alright, pumps, pings. I guess I could also have 2 pump spells. Scries to the bottom, hits us to 2. Can you kill us, opponent? Rabid Bite. Oh my goodness, that's gonna let our opponent win, isn't it? Oh wait, no, we're good, we're good. We play this, pig. I forgot about the landfall trigger. Stonework Pack Beast. Kill that, hit you. Woo! Oh boy, that was so close. I thought we were 1 short. I forgot that we get 1 pig damage for the landfall trigger. Wow. Well, that was a greedy attack on our part, but it did work out there. Oh, sweet, sweet. Somehow. All right. Well, let's keep the good times rolling. Up to 2-0. And so far, the decks felt pretty solid. Definitely insane when we get the kicker stuff. That last game, we were basically mono red and it still worked, which is pretty sweet. All right. On to round number 3 of our Zendikar Rising rough drafts. And, all right, sure. We're on the draw again. That's fine. Let's wait. I was thinking of playing the tap land, but if we keep drawing lands, it's possible we want to use it as a spell. Land, goo. Opponent, Territorial Scythe Cat. Yeah, let's just kill it. Kill it, play Mountain pass the turn. Wow, opponent mono green? Interesting. Play a land and get down Lagak part 1. Go to combat, attack. Well, I guess we take the freebie. Kill it, Pack Beast. Treachery. Ping ya. Goo. And now we get to refuel with Skyclave Plunder, which is nice. Ooh, alright. Wow, that's some action. Okay, no lands, but that's fine. And I think we're in good shape. Alright. Gnarlid Colony. Well, keep on attacking. Shadow Skull, Minotaur, attack. Opponent going to pump and trade. I kind of feel like if you're going to pump, you want to kill the Lagak, but we'll take it. Wow, opponent really is mono green, aren't they? And opponent scoops it up, and wow, we're kind of crushing people. And it's not even like we're winning the die rolls and out aggroing them or something. We're just kind of running them over. Maybe this deck is better than we thought. I mean, it didn't look bad, but it's not the kind of deck that you look at and you're like, wow, that's totally busted. But 3 in a row pretty convincingly. Well, I guess the one before this was super close, but other than that one, 3 in a row pretty convincingly. All right, on to round number 4 of our Zendikar Rising rough draft, and all right, sounds fine. Gonna want another blue source for this into the Royal. I guess technically, very expensively, Stonework Pack Beast can do it, but Plains for our opponent, and ooh, all right. Roost of Drakes I like. Run out the Pack Beast. Oh, now we really want another blue source. Swamp for our opponent. Gets in, hits us, and no blocks. We might need this mana fixing. Oh, it's just, it's so inefficient. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, Songmad Treachery. Tapped. Pass the turn. Come on, island! Give us an island! Opponent plays a swamp. Combat. So this is what, 5 to pump? Alright. Gets and hits us. Down to 17. Oh, an island would be very ideal here. Alright. Cleric gains some life. Ooh, okay, that's an island. That was a good draw. Well, now we get to kick Roosted Drakes, make a flyer. Pass the turn. Kick our cards in hand. So now I very much like where we're at. Opponent plays a land. And a single Drake is apparently going to shut down our opponent's aggression. They're a little curve out here. Apparently one Drake puts an end to it. Opponent passes. Play the land. Get in with the Drake. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. Gets in. Gets in. Gets in. I think we block and try to get our opponent to pump. And then let's just kill it. So we kind of sort of time walked our opponent. We dropped a 13. Play a land. Kick it. Get a Drake. Go attacking. Opponent down to 14. And this into the Royal comes with essentially double kicker because we get the Drake too. Opponent kills our Scorched Rider. Passes. Ooh. All right, let's draw some cards. Jeez, ugh, so much action. You, and you, I guess. Play a land. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. Oh, our hand is... our hand is pure gas at the moment. Opponent down to 12. Skyclave Plunder has been very impressive. Like, its refuel ability has been really good. I'll go to combat. Get in with the flyers. Opponent takes it down to 8. I'll pass the turn, see what our opponent does. I think we're now to the point where we're just trying to figure out ways we can lose, because I feel like we're super far ahead. Alright, sure. That does buy our opponent a little bit of time. And yeah, we'll take it. Down to 11. Down to 10. Kill the Shepherd. Alright. Opponent is officially out of cards. And this is perfectly fine. Untap. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play the Minotaur. Go to combat. Attack, attack, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Attack, attack. Well, Alright, let's get in with the Minotaur. We'll leave back the Drakes for now. Tempting to just swing with everything, but a little risky. We dropped to 5, so we can't kick into the Royal, but we can still bounce something if we're desperate. And 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. Opponent. I mean, we just win, right? We get to kick this? And 5 ya? Oh boy! Up to 4-0, and The beatdown continues, and alright, apparently this deck's good. Most of these games haven't even been close. We've just been kind of walking all over our opponents here. Roasted Drakes is such a fun card to play. Well, alright, 4 wins. So now we only need 3 more to hit the max, which seems maybe doable. The Nerd Father, alright. Might be in for a challenge with a name like that. So we're on the draw. Meh, that sounds not exciting, but we'll keep it. It's not exciting, but I don't think it's bad enough that we can actually ship it. It's functional. Shield Sphere is not looking great, but alright. What are you up to, Nerd Father? What are you up to? Forest and passes. Well, Island, goo. People apparently like green in this draft. I feel like we've seen a lot of green. Mountain, goo. This thing's fine. So opponent's gonna gain some instant on life, but whatever. Forest. Life. And hits us. Sure. Down to 19. Oh, alright. Play a Pack Beast. Could use our card draw. Plunder's been our key card, or one of them. I feel like whenever we get to draw 3 with Plunder, it just pulls us so far ahead. Probably play, if we had seen 2, I'd probably play 2 in this deck, actually. Like, it's been that good. Bone it. Wow. Is this another mono green deck? Is mono green like an actual thing people do? Bone it. Hits us for 1. Sure. We will take it, Nectar Pot. I feel like we have a good shot at winning the late game in most matchups, so the fact that we're just taking 1 from a Nectar Pot as we get up towards being able to kick stuff is pretty fine with us. Like, once we get to 6 or 7 mana and we can kick all of our spells, things become much better. If our opponent wants to kill our Pack Beast, by all means, we're not going to bother to Shield Sphere it. Sure. Opponent passes. Well, land go. I don't even want to bother to Royal Eruption this Nectar Pot. We don't care. We don't care. Like, go ahead. Gain some life. Hit us for 1. Keep it going. Opponent. I guess our opponent could also be mana screwed. That's not impossible. Gets it, hits us. Down 217. Ooh, Paragon. Well, that might be worth killing. Opponent passes. Ardent Electromancer. I'll play Electromancer. Get a mana. Erupt on the Paragon. Alright, let's play the Spike Field Hazard. Pass the turn. We might want 6 mana next turn for kicking stuff. Oh, we could use Roosted Drakes. Roosted Drakes would be great at the moment. Opponent. Alright, that's big. And life gainy. I'll play the land. Kick a Geyser Mage. Bounce Ascetic. Hit our opponent. Boot it. So you know what they can replay Ascetic? Is mono green actually an archetype? I'm like surprised that we've run into apparently 2 mono green decks in the same draft. It doesn't seem that often that you play against monocolor decks. Opponent land and Stompy Stomperton. That is big. Yup. Picks up a land. Into the Royal's good, but I think for now we just play the Minotaur. Go attacking. Into the Royal's very good against these random big green things, though. Alright, opponent takes it down to 19. Opponent. Forest gains a life. Yeah, it's double block. We have this Shell Shield if our opponent has some tricks. Alright, Might of Marasa does not save our stuff. Alright. Well, we're slowly running our opponent down on cards, at least. Vastwood Surge. Alright, so opponent's almost out of cards. Almost. We did kind of 2-for-1 ourselves there, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to draw a card draw eventually. Alright, Synchronized Strike actually doesn't get rid of this Stomper. It can't get rid of this thing, though. Boot it. Combat. Attacks with both. Well, they have more pump spells? Well, block Stompy. If they have a trick, we'll just into the Royal it. And if they let it trade, I think we're fine with that. Because then we can hopefully kill this Ascetic and just be stable. Eventually, we'll find some of our payoffs. Roosted Rakes or something. Opponent's really thinking on this. Inscription. Wow. Alright. In that case, kick it. Bounce it. Take 1. Well, let's kick it. Our turn to go aggro. Hit you for 9. Down to 14. Opponent taps. We're 1 land away from kicking Royal Eruption. Whew, opponent gets in. All right. Down to 10. Replays the Stomper. Picks up a land. Replays a land, gains a life. And a Scythe Cap. All right, well, land, kick, Royal Eruption, kill the Stomper. Oh, I think we can do it both. Yeah, let's stay aggro. Get in there. Opponent takes it to 6. All right, all right, all right. If our opponent gets too greedy, we might be able to win next turn. Opponent, well, I guess they're going to gain, what, 3, 4? All right. Opponent. So, yeah, we're not going to win this turn. Attacks with both, hits us to 6. Replays Ascetic. Goes up to 10. Jeez, we could go for the win, couldn't we? Well, yeah, I mean, strike you to 9? Attack you for lethal? Oh, the 1 damage from the strike, and that's 5 in a row. 5 in a row, 5 in a row. Maybe this deck's good. All right. Well, we're kind of good people with this blue-red spells deck. Blue-red kicker spells. Sweet. Sweet. All right. On to round number 6 of our Zendikar Rising Rough Drafts, and we're going to keep this on the draw. We are land light, but that's good. Land is good. We'd be perfectly fine with drawing at least 1 more land. And actually probably several more lands because of kicker. Ooh, all right. Well, land go. Mono blue? All right, opponent Simic. Risen Riptide. Now, land go. So when an opponent kicks a spell, it becomes a 5/5. Oh, dear. All right. 5 is a bad number for our deck, I will say. Well, all right. Run out Cascades here. Yeah, this is super duper ultra scary. Get sorcery to the bottom, I guess. How do we deal with these Riptides? We can deal 4 damage to things, but 5 damage is much harder. Oh boy. All right. Well, our win streak might be ending to the double Risen Riptide draw. Ooh, yeah. Down to 10. So I guess we mostly have to hope our opponent just doesn't have kicker spells? Land. All right, so opponent does have more kicking. All right, so we need to, into the Royal, the Risen Riptide, draw a card. Opponent attacks. So we will block and shield, Shell Shield. Drop to 5. Well, play Lagak. Play a Mountain. Ping you. Stonework Pack Beast pass the turn. Oh, maybe. Please no into the Royals. Put it plays a land. I mean, they have spent most of their cards. Yeah, this has been a really good kicker aggro start. Risen Riptide doing some serious work here. If our opponent runs out of kicker stuff, it gets better. All right, the clock is on. Opponent's tanking. That's a good sign that we maybe are not immediately dead. All right, just runs out of dork. Passes. Well, Mountain, ping you. Pass the turn. Land, Risen Riptide. Opponent. Well, all right, let's kill it. Oh, come on, deck. Give us a good draw. All right, more land. So play the land, ping ya. Pass the turn. Ooh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, that is the worst last card our opponent could have in hand. And dead. All right. Well, the 7-0 Dream dies at the hands of, an incredibly aggressive kicker start. Jeez. Well, I gained a new respect for Risen Riptide. Apparently, if you have enough kicker cards, it can be pretty scary. I mean, I guess a 5/5 for 3 is pretty good. And our opponent, I think they triggered kicker every turn of the game except one after they got the 2 Riptides down when they played the 5/4. So, yeah, it's pretty impressive. I feel like, have we won any die rolls this entire draft? I guess that makes our our 5-1 even more impressive if we're doing it while being on the draw every game. Boot it. Swamp. Combat. Gets and hits us. Sure. Down to 19. Moss Pit Skeleton. Alright. Well, land and Pack Beast. Opponent gets in. Well, I mean, we'll block. Trade it off. It will most likely come back eventually. Opponent plays a Swamp. Passes. Well. Yeah, play the Mountain and Electromancer. Party it up. Do we want to... Yeah, we'll just pass. I keep wondering if we should be Spikefield Hazarding this Blade Master, but I also want to get to this Plunder on time. Opponent plays a Swamp. And a Dork. Well, land and Lagak, I guess. If we don't draw a land next turn, we're going to have to play Spikefield Hazard as a land. Yeah, Sizzling Barrage. I don't feel like we're aggressive enough to really maximize it. Opponent passes. Well, land tapped. Ping ya. Pass the turn. Boat it. Ooh, Crawling Barrens. That's a sweet land. Alright, gonna get back the Moss Pit Skeleton. We draw land. Well, play the Minotaur. Play the land Ping ya. No attacks. Yeah, I guess I wish we had killed this now because it is kind of stopping us from attacking with big things. Replays the Skeleton. Opponent passes. Yeah, let's draw some cards. Land, Sizzling Barrage, Royal Eruption. Now play the land, Ping ya. Kill the Constrictor. Pass the turn. At some point, we're going to have to go aggressive, though, because we have all these Sizzling Barrages that aren't doing anything. Put it. Passing. Well, I guess this is our time to go aggressive. Go to combat. Get in with the Minotaur. Opponent blocks. Now, let's barrage it. Let's barrage it. Well, having used 2 cards is annoying, but I think it's worth it. Pass the turn. What do you got about it? Okay, Blood Beckoning gets back a couple dorks. Plays the dork. And passes. Hey. Well, play another Minotaur. We're gonna need to start making drakes, I think. I think that's where we are heading here. Moss Pit Skeleton's pretty good, isn't it? If we kill... Yeah, it's awkward. Yeah, we need drakes to start making flyers. Opponent plays a land. And... passes? Alright, runs out of flyer. Well, we untap. Well, alright. Royal Eruption. The Gloom Hunter. Play the land, Ping ya. Pass the turn. Now we're in a stalemate, waiting to find a roost of drakes, mostly. I guess Into the Royals would also be good. This Blight Blade is super annoying, as is the fact that, like, we can get in, but then the skeleton blocks, and then the skeleton will come back. Put it. Passing. Into the Royals not bad. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent gonna start growing the land, which is annoying. Lithiform Blight. Sure. Cantrips. And a land. Put it. Passes. Play a Lagak. I mean, I guess the other plan is we just play Lagax and try to eventually ping our opponent out of the game with lands. We're in quite the stalemate for the moment. Eventually, this Crawling Barrens is going to be an issue. That is getting super big, and it does get around our Into the Royal. I guess we still have a lot of removal to draw. We've mostly drawn our Sizzling Barrages, so we still have plenty of removal to get to eventually. The more we can hold on to kicker cards, the better our Rooster Drakes will be when we hopefully find it before we mill out. Vote it. Wow, alright. Yeah, we'll let that go. I mean, opponent takes a bunch of damage to do that, so I think that's fine. Opponent. Alright. Well, land, Ping ya. We're gonna remain patient. I still feel like we're most likely favored in the long game. So we're going to remain patient, try to win the long game. Opponent, yeah, Crawling Barrens. Wow, Crawling Barrens is super scary, isn't it? When the game goes long like this. Swamp for our opponent. Tapping a bunch of mana. Alright, another Gloom Hunter. Well, let's... Into the Royal, draw a card. Ugh, more lands. More lands, more lands. Ooh. That's interesting. What happens if we steal the skeleton and attack with everything? So this'll die, this'll die. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, play the land, ping our opponent. I think we're going for it. Actually, maybe we steal this thing. Because it... Do they have... Oh, it doesn't have menace. Alright, so... Steal the skeleton. All attack. Opponent blocks. And blocks. And dies? MDFCs? MDFCs for the win? Whoo! That's... Oh boy. That is a great example of the power of modal double face flip cards. We would not be playing a Threaten in our deck. No way, no how. Like, this is... Where'd it go? Oh, alright. So this is not an effect we would play in our deck. It just... it's not that you can't play in any deck, but it wouldn't work well enough in our deck to play it. However, since it's technically just a tap land, we have it in our deck, and it won us that game. Like, who knows what would have happened if the game kept going for a bunch more turns? Hopefully we find our Roosted Rakes, but maybe our opponent top decks some, like, absurd bomb, a Nissa or something, and wins the game. That is the power of MDFCs. We get this effect that normally we wouldn't otherwise have in our deck, and while it's not always relevant, when it is relevant, it can be incredibly powerful, and that is the perfect example. Like, it was relevant there, and it stole us that game that who knows what would have happened otherwise. Sweet. MDFC power. Well, one more for 7 wins. 6-1. We did get wrecked by that kicker deck. I'm gonna have to try to like, our deck is kind of a kicker deck. I mean, I guess our deck is a kicker deck, but our opponent's deck was really all in on the kicker plan, and it was pretty good. I'm gonna have to try it at some point. The reef deck, whatever that is. All right. Can we close it out with a win? Can we win a die roll? Not that actually matters too much, apparently. All right, no die roll winning. But I guess we keep this. This hand is medium as it gets. But we do have our Song Mad Treachery. Our hero from last game. I like this Minotaur. This Minotaur is pretty good. Not sold on Sizzling Barrage. In a deck that, like ours, it is. It's obviously an aggro card. In our deck, it wants to be a little aggro, but maybe not enough to make Barrage work. Oh, that thing again. Well, land go. Opponent. This isn't the same person. Okay, it's not. Opponent gets it, hits us. Down 2. 19. Oh boy, curving out. Well, Mountain go. Tap land for our opponent, gets and hits us. Down to 16. Oh dear, really curving out. Well, Island go. Ooh, we might just be too slow here. We're taking a ton of damage. This is where losing the die roll can really come back to bite you. Down to 11. Well, Land and Lagak. Please live. If this dies, we're in all sorts of trouble. Alright, Scythe Cat. And a mountain to grow the Scythe Cat. I mean, we're blocking. They might have their own Sizzling Barrage, but we can't really do anything about it. Inordinate Rage. Wow. And I think that's probably game. Alright. Well. Yeah. One more to go. Can we get the 7th win or not, I guess, is the question. Well, those are the kind of games where best of 1 can be obnoxious, for sure. Lose a die roll, opponent just have a super aggro curve, you have a little bit of a slower hand, and we didn't really get to play Magic that game. That's one of the things I feel like people don't, I don't know, the whole non-game thing, when people talk about London Mulligans, I'm sure this is not the place to have this conversation, but whenever people talk about non-games, and are like, oh, I got mana screwed, it was a non-game, like, was what happened there any more of a game than when you get stuck on 2 lands, or when you draw 10 lands and don't really do anything? I mean, I don't know. I didn't feel like we did any more there than if we had just been mana screwed out of the game completely. And those are the kind of things that happen on occasion in Best of One. Well, land and Hellhound. We did manage to keep our die roll losing streak going, which is impressive. Forest for our opponent. Blightcaster, which seems to be a popular Magic the Gathering card. Well, tap land. Grow the Hellhound, go attacking. Opponent trades it off. Well, we're going to need lands. Most specifically blue lands, but we need lands. Scythecat. Alright, that's a blue land. So play the land, play Electromancer, and pass turn. Plains for our opponent. Grows the Scythecat. And turns on a land. How do we want to do this? Do we just kill this? Or let's play the land and play Cascades here. I think this is fine. We get to scry. Oh, Roost of Drakes. Oh, all right. This is not going to be a Roost of Drake game. Put it to the bottom. Get in, hit ya. We need lands more than we need Roost of Drakes. Boat it. Land grows the Scythecat. Combat gets in. We will take it. Down to 16. Wow, all about these Zendikars. Well, still missing land drops. Kill the Scythecat. Pass the turn. Can we hit lands is the big question. Land for our opponent. Scale the Heights to grow the Dork. And a land. Oh, almost out of cards. Well, we will double block the Forest. Is our opponent's last card a trick? It's not. We drop to 11. They get back the land. Oh, play Lagak. Oh, 4 lands in all the 5 drops in the West. Pass the turn. Oh, if our opponent draws a removal spell, it's pretty sketchy. Land for our opponent attacks. I mean, block and block. Please don't have a trick. Oh, not like this. Oh, sweet mother. No! After talking about how I like Best of One, we're getting Best of One punished right out of this game. Right out of this draft. We're gonna lose our. Well, can we draw land? Untapped variety. All right. Not over yet. Not over yet! Unless our opponent draws a removal spell, then it's very much over. Alright, it's a land. Well, second Minotaur. No attacks. Are we going to stabilize at 1? Is it possible? Opponent hits a land. Play the Pack Beast. Pass the turn. If we get one more land, we can kick it and kill this Plains, and then we probably are able to win. Opponent. Passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, kick it. Wow! All right. Well, no attacks. Root Grazer. I'll go to combat. Get in with the Minotaur. Pass the turn. Opponent's down to 14. Opponent. Whoa, big attack. What do they draw? Oh, we will block and block. Okay. Land for our opponent. Passes. We'll play the island pass the turn. Opponent going to pick up a land. Sure. Ooh, Jorga Visionary draws a card. That's not great. And a Scythecat grows it. Well, we gotta draw something or we're dead. Well, we finished with 6 wins. Although, I'm very disappointed that did not end up with 7 wins, in all honesty. Very, very disappointed. Yeah, well, I mean, that's Best of One draft for you. I do enjoy it, but it still frustrates me sometimes. And this is one of those times. I gotta look back. I'm gonna look back. I kind of want to see how often we lost a die roll. I'm genuinely curious. All right, I'll be right back with that information. Hang on. All right, so super quick wrap up. First off, die rolls. I calculated it. We played 9 games. We won a single die roll, so that's 11%, 109, which obviously is super far below average. I mean, average is a coin flip. It's 50-50. We were 39% below average. So really, I know at the beginning of the draft, I was kind of singing the praises of Best of One Limited, and I still kind of like it. But this draft did change my tune a little bit, because I can't help but to feel, especially with how those last few games played out, once we were up to like 5-1, 5-0, 5-1, like how those last games played out, where we essentially lost some non-games because our opponent won the die roll and just curved out and we couldn't catch up fast enough. It did make me feel a little bit less excited about Best in One draft. I feel like if we had run just bad in die rolls, let's say we won 3 and lost 6, which is still very unlucky, I think odds are we get that one last win and get the 7 wins. If we were like 50-50 with die rolls, winning like 4 or 5, which would be average, then I think we are very likely to hit 7 wins with how the match has played out. So that is the drawback, but I don't know. I mean, if there's one thing we've learned, play cards like Mirror March, I can't win coin flips to save my life. Like, that's a long-held trend. We've mathed it before. I don't know why. I just can't win a coin flip. Like, I'm incredibly unlucky with coin flips, and that carried over into our Best of One draft. 11% is insanely bad. But anyway, enough complaining about our coin flip luck. As far as the deck itself, couple of quick things to mention. I wish we'd had a little bit more kicker stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, we moved into kicker a little late. If we had a little bit more, our Roost of Drakes would have been better. But Roost of Drakes is insane. It is worth building around if you find it. So that was good. I was impressed with the Shatter Skull Minotaur. Our deck isn't full-on party, but we had enough party stuff to get it down to like 5 mana, occasionally 4 mana, and at 4 or 5 mana, it's a pretty respectable card in Limited, especially since there tends to be, outside of green, a lot of pretty small creatures, so it can dominate the board. It trades with a lot of the big green creatures, so I do like that. The kicker plan is good. The one card, I gotta say, is really bad in our deck is Sizzling Barrage. If you draft Zendikar Rising, Sizzling Barrage is very good if you're always attacking. On the other hand, our deck, even though we wanted to be aggressive, it kind of ended up being more of a tempo deck, where we were actually kind of like stalling out a little bit, waiting to find our Roosted Rakes, waiting to get our Minotaurs online. In a deck like ours, Sizzling Barrage is very hit or miss. We still got value out of it sometimes, but we also had games like our last one where it was kind of rotting in our hand. We weren't able to ever cast it when we really could have used a removal spell. So keep that in mind. Sizzling Barrage, if you're a very aggressive deck and attacking most turns, it is a really solid option. A good removal spell for your deck. On the other hand, if you're kind of mid-rangey or controlling, then this is actually a really bad removal spell, because if your opponent's not blocking your stuff, it's not doing anything. And while we're like passable, I think, we're definitely a little bit more on the controlling side than I would like to have 2 Sizzling Barrages in my deck. So otherwise, MDFCs, they're insane. Pick them highly, play them every time. We saw it with Songman Treachery. This is not a card we play in our deck normally, but because it's a land, it's in our deck, and it won us the game by allowing us to steal a creature and get in an Alpha Strike. So value them very highly, play them every time, especially in Limited, coming into play tap, not the end of the world, you can play around it. So anyway, I mean, that's our rough drafts. Would have been nice to win another match, and would have been nice to win more than 11% of our die rolls, but the deck was sweet. It was fun to play. I really like this Limited format. We'll probably do more. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.